and then the other question we had up on the screen before, because this gets us into another topic, one that's close to Andre's heart, and he did a video yesterday.
Oh,
you guys have seen it yet, or was it
this is
the day before it
disappointing. Yes,
dropped?
I saw it.
Day before it dropped.
Terrible.
I don't even know my day of the week anymore.
What a sad video.
LKDTA sends in $10 and says, Mr. July should work on Red Sonja IP. I would like smiley face. So yeah,
you need a new actress who's
Well, you don't like the actress they got for the new?
No,
Red
what
Sonja,
she said. I mean, I don't mean, we've heard this song before, right?
Yes,
we have. Yeah, she didn't do the movie any favors. That's for certain. If it was possible to go back and reshoot the movie with Sydney Sweeney right now, that might be the better option, I think. But
she doesn't have the stature.
What? Matilda Lutz or Sydney Sweeney?
Sydney Sweeney.
Sydney
She's like
Sweeney
5'6".
doesn't have the stature. Yeah,
she's definitely got the silhouette, but not the height.
Yeah,
I just surround her by a bunch of short people.
So yeah, Eric, are you a fan of Red Sonja as an IP?
I'm not gonna pretend like I'm the most. I obviously have a bunch of Red Sonja stuff, but yeah, I'm not gonna pretend like I'm as knowledgeable on Red Sonja like I am like a Flash or a Batman for sure.
Yeah, I will suggest
Andre
people check out Andre's video. Yeah, I was gonna say because I think he takes a pretty level-headed look at this because he's been following it now. Well, we've been following whatever for like the last almost 3 years since it's been.
Yeah, no one has been following that movie's development more than us. And if people think it's bad right now, you should have seen what it was going to be. I know Mr. Chato wasn't a big fan of that video, but I would love to see your reaction to if it actually had proceeded under the previous director.
Right, and it was that one woman. It was originally written by that woman who said, "If you don't like my grits, then whatever." Right, and then that woman got pulled off and got changed.
No, it was
no. You're thinking of Kelly Sue DeConnick.
Yeah, no, she had nothing to do with it. It was much.
It was Gail Simone. Gail Simone.
Right.
People get them
confused. She was the one who wrote the comic book run. No, but the movie.
They're both redheaded land whales. I mean, what are you going to do?
The first script was by Tasha Huo, but it was supposed to be directed by Joey Soloway or Joe. I never forget what he, she, it, they, them is called. Goes by.
Right.
But yeah, and that was going to be a man-bashing, man-hating, gender-fluid.
Yeah, we thought it was fixed. We thought it was they recast Sonja from a non-white character, right, to an Italian actress, and we thought, this is going to be. Yeah, this is going to be on the right track, and then now it's fallen off the track again, according to your video.
No, I didn't say that. I mean, to me, it's.
I thought you said that's what you implied.
Nothing has really changed. You have the actress basically say giving the talking points she has been told to say by the studio. Those talking points would have been there a long time because the movie doesn't have a distributor, and distributors, they are terrified of the male gaze and everything. So they have to try to give the messages so that Lionsgate or Warner or someone is going to pick them up, because the movie, as of yet, as far as I know, still doesn't have a distributor. It's an independent movie for all intents and purposes. That's why they went with this SJW direction in the first place. They were trying to do badass comic book accurate Red Sonja for years. No one weren't able to get it done. And that's when they tried to go the ESG direction with all gender fluidity and stuff. That didn't work either because the director was freaking nuts. And then they got in the director of Solomon Kane and Jack Reacher and stuff like that, and then they gave it a retool, and then the movie actually happened. Still looking for a distributor though, at least as far as I'm aware. So I think that they still are working under the no male gaze, pro-feminist, even though there's absolutely male gaze there, because they got a much more attractive woman to play Red Sonja, and she will be wearing the chainmail bikini, and she wasn't before.
But in a non-male gaze way.
Yes, they found a very attractive, very well-fit woman to wear the chainmail bikini, and then she'll say that it's not about the male gaze. although she will be extremely scantily clad throughout the movie.
But they'll have trees always in front of her.
Yeah, I kind of doubt that. Anyway, so I think it's more talking points than anything. That's like, if you get a microphone in your face, say this, because that's what we're telling distributors. I think that's what it's about.
I see. Like, I would have thought that the distributors would be happy to have a sexy movie.
Well, maybe now, but not when this thing was made.
Well, not only that, they're still trying to get a distributor. So, like, they're, and that's what I think Andre's trying to say more so with his report. I mean, he doesn't know for sure if the movie's going to be that great. He's going off of the past, of S.J. Clarkson, or not S.J. Clarkson. Who's directing it now? The trans director,
M.J. Bassett.
M.J. Bassett. I knew it was two letters in the beginning. M.J. Bassett. Now they have a great track record, and they've actually said smart things, right? Yeah. And I think Andre, you quoted it in the video where they said, you know, like, yeah, I'm interested in certain things, but that doesn't mean that my movies are about that, because I find that boring in films, basically talking about their sexuality and their trans.
Well, I would argue that
identity.
I would argue that MJ actually helped ruin the second season of Altered Carbon, but hey, what do I know?
That's good. Could be. Again, I'm just saying that on paper it's in a better shape now than it has been for the past 10 years. That doesn't mean the movie is going to be what we want it to be if we ever get to see it, because it needs the distribution first.
And I think that, yeah, that's what I was getting to, is I think with what the actress is going out and saying, and that's what you were saying, Andre, she's just basically selling this movie to the distributors that are the same distributors Hollywood's had for a while, and they want to hear these kind of things. They want to hear a strong woman. They want to hear it's against the male gaze. They want to hear all these other things. But I think you're right. In the only production shot we've gotten so far, this is the first time we've ever seen her in the chainmail. Because you brought that up. And even the actress, here's where she's stupid. She's completely unaware of the character's history, obviously.
But completely, yeah.
Completely. Because she says the earlier versions, like, look, lady, there's only been one. And it was Brigitte Nielsen, and that was it. Right?
Well, actually, there's been two. There's actually been two.
Well, what is a TV version? That's what I'm saying. As far as the general culture is aware of, though, like, nobody remembers that TV show or whatever.
No.
Like, so my point is as far as she knows, yeah, she may be referring to that, could be, but I doubt she's even watched the original. They probably told her not to.
Yeah, no, she can't have seen it because there's no male gaze in the first one. And the first one, Red Sonja, was pretty covered up because it was filmed less than a year after Brigitte Nielsen gave birth.
She's covered up more than Arnold Schwarzenegger was in the last Conan movie before that.
Yes.
All Conan is wearing in the last Conan movie is a loincloth through most of the movie, and that's it. Like, nothing else. So, yeah. Yeah, in that respect, I see where you're coming from there. But we'll have to wait and see if it actually gets a distributor. So, yeah. But, yeah, I was just curious on everybody's thoughts on the Red Sonja stuff, if anybody else had anything to say on that, because that was news this week. Oh,
I don't think it's a good sign that they don't have a distributor yet.
Yeah.
Maybe the movie's just not good.
There could be that, too.
Could be.
That or people are just afraid of it right now, too, you know, with the way things are changing.
Honestly, I think they made it at the wrong time. I think that the Red Sonja movie has a big problem in when it was made, because it was developed when all female, all girl boss all the time was all the rage. That's when it was filmed.
That's a good point.
And then they got M.J. Bassett to roll it back from what it was, make it more comic book-like. But still, there's going to be some mandates, and who knows what Bassett wants in detail. But I think there's still going to be some of that girl bossness, environmentalism, femininity, all that kind of stuff is still going to be there. Although it was not as blatant as it was before, but it's still a movie that's a product of the time of all girl bosses all the time. Men suck, men are bad. That's the Hollywood mentality when it was made. Then it's in post-production looking for distribution. Then the Marvels happens. Then Madam Web happens. Hell, before that, Secret Invasion happens. Miss Marvel happens. All of these things happen while that movie is waiting to be made. And now suddenly all of those things that were a selling point, now it's a detriment to it. I mean, if they were to I'm not even joking. If they were to film Red Sonja right now, you can bet your ass they would go after Sydney Sweeney, and they'd go all the way. Unfortunately, they filmed the movie a year and a half too early for that. So now they're stuck with the movie that they have, which is better than it was, but not good enough for today. That's what I think. But someone else who I'm sure may have opinions on that is someone that we have behind the scenes.
Yo.
Hey.
Yeah, I think so. Red Sonja should embrace the male gaze.
I agree.
We need more male gaze at that movie.
Yeah, I'm positive that if it hadn't been filmed already, Sydney Sweeney is hot right now. I mean, not even Madam Web could destroy her. I'm sure that if they were filming that, an offer to Sydney Sweeney for Red Sonja would be in the mail already.
I've never seen the old Red Sonja movie. Is Arnold playing Conan in that movie?
No.
That's
kind of, but
yes
not.
And
so
no.
They never say his name or what?
They
No,
do,
they
but
say
it's
his name. Okay, do you want the story? Because there's a lot of fake information about that. People say that, it was meant to be Conan, but they didn't have the rights. You want to know the real story? They didn't want to pay for the rights. They wrote it to be Conan the Barbarian. It was written that way. And but then when they went to the various estates, they were like, "Oh, hold up! You want to do a cameo, a movie guest starring Conan? Oh, hell no! If you're going to do this, you're going to pay the license as if it was a Conan movie, as if it was starring. You can have him, but then we want the full million or whatever. You're not going to be able to do this with the existing license that you have. No. We want to pay as if you were doing a third Conan movie." And they were like, "Oh hell, screw this! We'll get Schwarzenegger and call him something else and not change the script."
Yes, they changed it to Cohen.
Yeah, to Khalidot.
Cohen,
they changed the name to Khalidot.
Cohen the Barbarian.
What's his name in the movie?
Khalidot. I'm not joking. Khalidot is the name in the movie, and it was written with the intent that it be Conan. And then they decided, no, we don't want to pay for the rights. They could have them.
Maybe I'll watch this extra.
Now. It's actually cool.
I just ordered the 4K Blu-ray.
It's aged better than
good
other films, but
you want a trick to watching this movie, the original Red Sonja? You have to remember that Red Sonja, she's a supporting character. Khalidot is the supporting character. The real heart of the movie is the little prince and his manservant. It's really.
And you know who plays him? You know who plays him?
Yeah. It's Baron
Ernie Reyes Jr.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, that's the one. Yeah,
so Kino from Ninja Turtles 2.
Yeah, that too. Exactly. Yeah. So basically, you just have to mentalize that he is the heart and the soul of the movie. He and his manservant who's protecting him, and everyone else.
He's just a little kid.
Side characters. If you see it from that point of view, you'll see it's actually a really cool movie. I mean, you have wizards watching Playboy TV and everything.
Yeah, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be compared to how it's been maligned through the years through all the reviews.
It comes from the Highlander era.
A little bit before, but yeah.
Pre-Highlander.
No, I'm saying
85. Yeah. Slightly pre-Highlander.
No, it works though as a third Conan film, kind of basically. And a lot of the fans just go under the idea that Conan is just traveling under one of his pseudonyms or whatever you call it. His road names.
Yeah. That's how you can see it, because it was written to be Conan.
This clip was taken from Midnight's Edge in the Morning, which streams live every Monday, Wednesday and Friday at 9 a.m. Pacific Time on the Midnight's Edge main channel. There you can send in your live questions and comments before clips and full stream replays are uploaded to Midnight's Edge live archives. We are also on Twitter, Rumble, Odyssey and Facebook, so smash that like, help share, subscribe and join us.